welcome to the fourth round of the Premodern Summer Clash. We have Black-White Control versus Angry Hermit. And let's take a look on the decks here. The first deck we have here is the Black-White Control list. It's not the same as in the first two matches. This has Wastelands and 2 cycling lands added to it. It cut down to only 2 Decree of Justice. And it has main board answers to graveyard with the Furnace, and it also includes a Bane of the Living for another a 5th morph creature, either to lure the removal from the opponent's hand or just to get rid of a board of small creatures. And we also have a single Death Grasp, which was very popular when this deck first was shown in the Premodern community. I haven't seen it for a while, but there it is. And we also see the sideboard check of 4 Wall of Hope. I know that someone brought 4 Wall of Hope to the Premodern European Championships 2024. Not the best result, but it's a cute or a very nice answer against aggressive decks, since you can really stall the game there. Yeah, that's it, a control list here. The second deck is the Angry Hermit deck again. We have the combo with Hermit Druid, making your... Basically, it puts your whole library in your graveyard, and then you can combo off using a Reanimate or a Shallow Grave to get your Ghoul into play, and it gains haste either from the Shallow Grave itself, but also if you Reanimate it, you can gain haste from Dragon's Breath, and you can remove your 4 Dreadnoughts, making it a very, very, very big creature to handle. And the mana base is very fragile because you cannot play any basics, or else the Druid won't flip your whole deck. You only get to flip to the first basic that you find. So it is fragile, but it's very fast, and you can combo on turn 2 probably, turn 3 most of the time, and certainly on turn 4 if you're not stopped. So this comes down to, does the Black-White player have the removal, or does he not have the removal? You can also put it the other way. Does the combo player have the combo, or does he not have the combo here? Very simple put, but I think that's what it boils down to here. We start by seeing the players cutting their decks, and for the first time in this series we have an actual live counter that we can follow through the match. If the combo player goes off, it's not that relevant, but for the control players, it's very important to keep track on how many turns do I have left with the club that I've assembled. But we again see them cut their decks, and being a live tournament, you should always cut or see your opponents clearly cutting their deck to ensure fair magic, especially if it's on camera. Starting with a Duress play here and seeing a Hermit, so he should, yeah, seeing a Hermit Dreadnought Reanimate, you know what's going on here. You should be able to know, and now that you've seen this video, you know. But Reanimate was a fine call here, because he can always put Reanimate on top again, but it slows down the combo here, and needs to be Duress himself. Okay, no hits, no hits, nice, very nice. Reading the dragon here, we can also take a read, but it's a cycler and an inevitable threat. Being gentlemen here, they keep their hands revealed, so they don't need to write down anything. There's not much on the line, so the small advantage you gain from the opponent not remembering your hand is not relevant here. And we see an end game cycle here, an end of turn cycle here of the Secluded Steppe for draw instead of just. Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah, he needs to cycle the step, of course, because he needs to draw into removal here. He cannot just cycle for planes here. But maybe now he can, unless he has a play. And Morph, yeah, getting a clock down early is important here. You're not able to stop the Ghoul, but if he has another Dreadnought in hand, the Ghoul can only be that big. So, not. Okay, goes for the Dreadnought here. Yeah, but he does have a lot of removal now for the Dreadnought. Also, the Disenchant is relevant here. Sword can also be very relevant here. Yeah, so no Vision Charm in hand, we see. And then swing for 2. So down to 30. A 15-turn clock is something at least, but not enough. And then we probably see end of turn planes cycle here to ensure the land drops. No, I don't know why he didn't choose to cycle it to ensure land drop. And swings for 4 in the air here, but this does not look good for the control player here, keeping a Druid online. And yeah, here we see him go for the combo. Going through the motions here like a gentleman, especially for the viewers here, so you can see how it works again. If you didn't see the last video, I would recommend. He goes through it very elegantly and explains how it works, or I explained it. I tried to. And here we get the explanation again. And yeah, packs it up here. It's enough to stop control with a combo for that big of a creature here. Okay, 1-0. Okay, we start game 2 here by seeing a mulligan to 6 from the control player. Has to mulligan for a lot of removal here to extend the game long enough for him to do anything productive. Land go from the combo player. And a Wasteland. See, that is nice. Wasteland is huge in a match against such deck. And response, he tutors here, maybe for Dreadnought, or no, a Hermit. So he goes for the Hermit plan. Okay. And we see a Duress for the rest of the hand, so all information is on the table for the control player here. Hermit on top, and we see 2 reanimation spells, Reanimate and Shallow Grave. Shallow Grave is red here. It's 2 mana, so probably wide it was discarded. Setting it back a turn might be good with the Wasteland. Okay, so a river, and probably just pass. Swamp for a Furnace could be dangerous here. If he goes for the Ghoul plan, he at least needs to take care of this, because if he keeps mana up, he can just remove it in response to him trying to Shallow Grave or Reanimate it. Nice play, will probably prolong the match. Okay, out with the Hermit and in with a sword, so getting rid of that one as well. Another land drop. The problem can be that if you mulligan for too much removal, you might keep a hand with low land count, but he gets his land drops in here. And Scrying for 2. Nice. And a Verdict on 3 cards, so has to discard 2/3 of his hand, and he tutors already. So, yeah, not looking good. But emptying the hand, or almost emptying the hand, here is strong, for sure. What will it be? Reanimate and Shallow Grave are discarded here. I don't think the Furnace is relevant, but removing cards is at least nice. And the 4th land drop here. And sending the turn. A full hand of removal or nothing. But yeah, he needs to keep up mana for... Okay, what's going on here? Yeah. 2 lands, Dreadnought. Not that relevant here. Back and forth with the turns here. 3 mana? A morph. Okay. Now we see a clock. If it's unmorphed, he needs to keep 1 mana up for respect of the combo play here, but because he could reanimate. Yeah, okay, so he has mana and the excess mana, so swings for 4 here. And this looks like game? Question mark. He's just hoping for a Stifle or Vision Charm here. Another one. Okay, 2 turn clock here now. So it is relevant to put down a 2/2. And he should not unmorph it. It doesn't set him forward a turn, but it could set him up for not being that fragile to Dreadnought. But okay, goes for 8 damage here. And does he draw the magic card that could end the game? No, he doesn't, and it's a 1/1 here. Now for the final game, game 3 here. We see a mulligan to 5 on the left here from the control player, and a Safekeeper as the first play from the combo player on the right. Let's see the follow-up here. Yeah, okay, takes a look with the Duress and sees a very terrifying hand here. Not enough lands to be able to safely use Safekeeper a lot, but definitely very dangerous hand here. Okay, needs to either take the Tutor or the Shallow Grave, and taking his time, but takes the Shallow Grave here. Okay, and then he sends the turn back, and we will probably just see the Hermit here for... Okay, attack for 1, of course. And then the Hermit. Yeah, and well, sacking a land with 1 counter is at least something. How do you combat this? How do you combat this? He only has a swamp, so he cannot double swords. But there is probably a sword. Yeah, a sword here. So a land needs to go here. And the land with 1 counter, of course. Untapping here for the combo player. Draws a land. Okay, then it's probably over. No, okay, yeah, probably. Yeah, he needs another land here. Or Wasteland. Wasting the city. Does he have a counterplay, or is he thinking about protecting? No. No follow-up play here. Swings down to 15. Death Grasp for 1 here. X equals 1, so he can destroy the Hermit. And gains 1 life. Back from the pain he took from the Pain land. Swings. Okay, this looks kinda under control here. For the control player, if he managed to draw some lands. Engineer Plague on Druid. Yeah, if he has the Decree in hand, that's probably why he doesn't choose to name human, but these are, as we saw in another game, both humans, the Sylvan Safekeeper and the Hermit Druid. So I would probably have chosen that direction. Okay, plays a Dreadnought and stifles it. Yeah, now the small chips of damage makes sense. Vindicates here, but he can just protect it with the land with 1 counter on it. Gets to not make that play anyway. This is a close one here, but probably just swings. And then there's a Decree in hand, question mark. Yeah, that's a Decree. And hoping for some... No, he has to take 1 damage from the Pain land, and that's game. And yeah, the Safekeeper really keeping the control play from using direct removal here. And he manages just to draw enough lands to make it happen. And yeah, the Engineer Plague was clearly showing that there was a Decree in hand. Yeah, okay, that's game. 2-1 for the Angry Hermit deck.